Wagwan guys, if you're making money on Upwork as a Nigerian freelancer and you are wondering how to structure your freelance hustle as a business to minimize tax on all your foreign earnings in 2026, you don't want your Upwork earnings going into personal accounts so you don't get taxed on your gross income without being able to deduct enough things like your internet cost to reduce your tax liability. Let me tell you, setting up to receive those dollars directly into business named account is one move that will save a lot of Nigerian Upwork freelancers right now, and even freelancers from across the world too. So I would walk you through how to do it without you tripping over, Upwork name mismatch issue, and so that Upwork will be able to pay you directly into your business account. That's the whole essence of this video. And you also do that so that you don't get tax audit flags. The whole point here is avoiding that personal tax radar where they hit you on the full amount and the kind of deductions that are allowed for personal income tax may not be sufficient to cover everything you want to deduct. But if you operate as a business name or incorporation, you can actually make more and more and more deduction, and it's easy to justify that. Do you understand? Costs like your internet bills, fuel for your generator, part of your rent if you're working from home, are all fees that you actually pay out to other guys that you outsource your gigs to. Under the new tax rule, it is common knowledge that personal income tax actually graduates upward progressively, starting with exempt on your first 800,000 naira that you earn. Then it can climb up to charging you as much as 25% as it goes up. Do you understand? And the good part is that you can self-assess. Like, is it you can or you must you should self-assess, and then you must file your tax by March 31st every year. But if you treat your Upwork as proper business, you actually deduct a lot of costs that you incur upfront so that your gross earning is not taxed. It is not even money you earn from Upwork that is taxed. Only your net profit will be taxed, which actually means that if you earn, let's say, $2,000 a year and you spent $900 on fuel, electricity, data, and so on, only the $1,100 gets taxed, which is actually lighter. So first thing first, most of us freelancers actually kick off with registering just a business name through the Corporate Affairs Commission because it is pretty straightforward, and cost may be in the region of maybe like 20 to 40,000 naira with agency help, and you can get that done in a week or two online. To do it online, you just head to their site, search for a name that actually fits your freelancing vibe, like something consulting or so digital service. You fill out the form with your details as the owner, then you pay the fees and wait for the certificate. Once you have it, you can open a business USD account with a bank locally. That means a business domiciliary account, or with a fintech app like Renest, which is actually perfect for most of us because they give you US dollar account that actually can take ACH payments from Upwork. Note that I said business USD account, as this is actually different from the personal US dollar account that many of us already have on Renest. Now, the big problem is whether Upwork will actually send money to an account that is not in your personal name, right? The person whose question made me make this video asked this exact question. We all know that Upwork's policy on payment is strict on matching beneficiary name to your verified profile for anti-fraud reasons. And if it doesn't line up exactly, even down to the special characters or name arrangement, the transaction transfer will actually bounce and you can get your payment method deactivated. But here is where it actually gets workable. They do allow business account if you prove you are the owner. You submit your CAC showing that you are the proprietor, plus maybe a letter from Renest or the bank where you have the domiciliary business account confirming that you are the signatory to that account. And Upwork support actually reviews it in about 4 to 7 days. Least I forget. Ensure that the scanned copy that you attached to the support ticket are pretty clear. I once saw a freelancer online, sometimes in 2024, sharing how their payment got deactivated over a name mismatch, and they got it back, proving the business link to get back online. You know, this matches what Upwork help article actually say about contacting support for special cases like this. If you are using, for example, Renes for the business side, their blog from last year actually spells out how Nigerian freelancers can actually add virtual USD details assigned with their business to Upwork direct to US bank option, which is actually free and fast, often under an hour with their fast track option if you are eligible. If you get a lot of projects on Upwork and you outsource a lot, then full incorporation as a private limited company may make more sense for you. It costs around maybe like 50 to 150,000 naira and takes about 2 to 4 weeks. So if your yearly cash out from Upwork is under 100 million naira, you might actually qualify for 0% company income tax after deduction, plus extras like things like tax holidays for digital export, which I am actually researching about to understand better myself. You know, this lets you deduct more costs like your marketing, your equipment, and actually keeps your business separate to avoid paying taxes twice when you take money out. But you still pay personal income tax. I think that is a topic on its own. I'm going to maybe make a video on that. So when it comes to taking out money from your company, you can't do it without tax sneaking in somehow. You know, as the boss of the company, you pick either getting a salary, which your company can actually count as a business cost to lower its tax, but then you personally pay income tax on the salary you pay yourself, up to 25% through the payee system. You know, it's not 25% direct. That means like you graduate upwards in the scale depending on what the amount is. Yeah, you can still be allowed to make some legal deductions like pension contributions, but you can also choose to pay yourself from your business in the form of dividend. That is if you are incorporated. That means that some extra money from profit after your company has actually paid its tax, where you just pay a flat 10% tax for yourself as an individual. So if you don't plan holding in the money in your company for long, an incorporation, as you can see, won't actually save you from personal income tax. You see, whether you withdraw money from your company as salary, you still pay tax. Whether you withdraw the money as dividend, you still pay tax. So if it's about if you are not earning maybe like a lot, it doesn't make sense to do an incorporation. So I think the sweet spot might actually be just a business name. Yeah, you pay personal income tax, and then you are justified more to make deductions. Do you understand? But this actually works specifically for freelancers. So for me, the point where I think the incorporation actually works best is for freelancers who specifically want to keep their profits in the company to buy stuff like work equipment, like solar installation, so a bulk, you know, like tools. And incorporation actually helps to delay your personal income tax until you really need the cash. It's better using dividend for larger amount because the overall tax actually end up lower after the company's share. Oh, and if you like this kind of detailed discussion that I'm having with you here, please go ahead and smash the like button now. Yeah, do it. Okay, still on how to get your Upwork earning into business account and not your personal account. You can actually use non-Nigerian payment options like Payoneer or PayPal. You know, that way your money doesn't really get into the Nigerian radar. Yeah, you know, there's this news I read about 100 countries signing like a form of tax agreement. I've forgotten the exact technical terms with Nigeria. That means like that they would actually, if you make money in those countries, they would if Nigeria wants them to reveal it to them, they would reveal the amount you make. So for example, let's assume, I don't think US is part of those countries, but if US is, that means that the money you make on Upwork, the FIRS or NRS now can actually ask Upwork to send you send them the detail of the amount you have made on their platform. Do you understand? And they will be obliged to do so because Upwork is in the US. But like I said, for now, I don't know whether US is part of those countries. Nigeria didn't publish a list of those countries as at the time I saw the news. I'm going to check again and again, maybe they might. Okay, so Upwork actually supports Payoneer. You can use Payoneer like PayPal too, and I think there is ATM. I've not used ATM personally at all before or had any of my guys, but I saw it online, and I think it's something I might want to try someday. And if you've tried it before, let me know. Okay, so you can use those to withdraw your money and then keep it there until you are ready to send it into Nigeria and pay tax. So those options might actually be slower and pricier. For example, PayPal, you lose about 2%, and then for PayPal you lose about 3%, and then for Payoneer you lose about 2%. So you're already losing money, like, so why not pay the money to Nigeria as tax so they can use it to develop Nigeria? Like, will they use it to develop Nigeria? I think they will use it to, I don't know. Okay, we are not discussing politics here, but you can actually upgrade to their business versions after getting your CACs too. Then you submit your docs for Upwork approval and have fund eat your business revenue through maybe, I think Rainer's option is actually just smoother for us freelancers in Nigeria here. Oh, I almost forgot to tell you, some freelancers in a WhatsApp group I am on claim they would actually use Gray and Clever for Business virtual account after getting their CAC, then submit to Upwork with ownership proof. Or another option you can actually go for is go the traditional route with maybe Zenith or GTB corporate domiciliary account. You know, you get your Swift or ACH set up. Bank letter can easily be gotten from traditional bank than maybe trying to get it from fintech. Maybe now that I'm making this video, some of these fintechs might actually consider having the flow of giving freelancers letters, you know, to prove they are signatory to a business account to Upwork on their platform. Maybe it should be easy to generate, maybe just the same way account statements are generated. Once Upwork approves your CAC, you're good. This may actually be slower, but not bad for tax separation of your personal income from your business income, which is your freelance income. So there is even a hybrid method where you may actually use Payoneer to minimize your tax exposure, you know, before shifting to direct business. And if this my breakdown is actually helpful or giving you idea on how to handle tax, it may not be directly exactly what I said, but just inspire you on what to do, please hit the like button. So now is actually the time to start tracking both your freelance income and expenses like never before. Maybe you can get an Excel sheet or a Google sheet, as it comes in handy when filing your tax. And even if your taxable income after you deduct your expenses is under 800,000, you are going to pay zero tax, right? But you still have to report and file. So if you have any question as regards this discussion, ask in the comment section or hit up a tax advisor. You can actually check out this other video or this about Upwork. I think I'll put one of the video to be about tax also if you're interested in tax. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.